Today we are going to learn writing skill, and before going in details, we must understand what is summary. Summary means we can say that सारांश in मराठी. मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला सारांश म्हणू शकतो. सारांश म्हणजे काय? सारांश म्हणजे संक्षिप्तता. In short or brevity. Here, a summary. What is meant by summary? That is given or explained here. A summary is a record in the reader's own words that gives the main points of a piece, such as a newspaper, article, a lecture, a passage, a chapter, or even a whole book. That means when a reader reads something or reads a piece such as newspaper, article, a lecture, a passage, a chapter, or even a whole book, he takes or he writes the main points from that piece. The main points that the reader writes, that is called summary. So, summary writing is a skill. You are in 12th class. It is not as simple as we think it. So that is a skill, and no skill can be learned without practice. No one can learn any skill without practice. So practice is must to learn summary writing. So before going further, here in icebreakers, there are some activities for you. Discuss in pairs and guess the correct alternative for the following. First, to summarize means A. Put information in chronological order. B. To recapitulate the main points in selection. C. To introduce new information. And last, D. To write one's opinion about selection. You have to find out the answer of the first question, that is to summarize means. The answer is B. To recapitulate the main points in selection. Second question is the type of summary that consists of a paragraph to express the main idea is A. Outline, B. Report, C. Synopsis, D. Written summary. And the answer is D. Written summary. The type of summary that consists of a paragraph to express the main idea is written summary. The second activity is also given. There are various ways of incorporating other writers' works into your own writing. They differ according to the closeness of your writing to the source writing. Match the ways of writing in brief given in column A with their description in column B. Here column A and column B is given. Column A and column B is given. In column A, the 6 ways of writing are given. The first is summarizing, second is paraphrasing, third is lazy writing, fourth is quoting, editing, and the last is gist writing. The ways of writings are given and their description is given in column B. You have to find out the answers reading the descriptions given in column B. What is meant by summarizing? What is meant by paraphrasing, lazy writing, quoting, editing, and gist writing? If you don't get the answer, I will give the answer in
Summarizing means it includes main ideas into one's own words. Paraphrasing means it must be identical to the original and match the document word by word. Rewriting, it includes taking broader segment of the source and condensing it slightly. Quoting means it includes not just the main idea but every detail expressed clearly and to the point. Editing means it includes selection of proper lines from the given text for correction, condensation and organization. Gist writing, it includes the most essential part of the crux of the matter.
We have to practice the skill. So, only by practicing and practicing you can write the summary of it. We have to practice the skill. So, only by practicing and practicing you can write the summary of any passage. So, before going to learn the do's and don'ts of the summary writing, here introduction is given. Look at that. Brevity is the soul of wit is one of the countless maxims coined by William Shakespeare. He was a great writer in English. It is relevant to speaking as well as writing. Brevity or concision is the cutting out of unnecessary words while conveying an idea. It aims to enhance communication by eliminating redundancy without omitting important information. Summary writing is one of its kind that has been described as one of the elementary principles of writing. To speak what is required and to write, that is, what is necessary, is a requisite towards the development of language skills. It is important to be brief in written expression. To express in brief the main points of a written record is the summary writing skill, and that can be developed by practice. Summarizing has a definite purpose. The purpose of a summary is to give the reader a clear, objective picture of the original text. Most importantly, the summary restates only the main points of a text or a lecture without giving examples or details such as dates, number or statistics. Before going in details, some rules of summary writing are given. Rules of summary writing. We are trying to learn what should be done while writing the summary of any passage. In rules, the first point is that suppose you are given a paragraph, or you are reading a newspaper, you are reading a book, you are reading an article. Whatever the piece of writing you are reading, that doesn't matter. So, first of all, while writing summary, first of all, you have to read and reread the passage. What you have to do? You have to read and reread. वाचायचं आहे आणि पुन्हा एकदा वाचायचं आहे. जो पॅसेज दिलेला असेल किंवा जो कोणता पॅसेज तुम्ही वाचत असाल तो. Because in first reading you can't get the idea. In second reading you can come across the main points of that passage. That's why you have to read and reread. After that you have to understand what is told or what is expressed or what does the writer want to say in the given passage. After that, while making summary of any passage, read the instructions. The third point is, first is read and reread the passage. Second, understand it. Third, read the instructions. Fourth, find exactly what you need to summarize. तुम्हाला नेमकं काय समराइज करायचं आहे, कोणत्या मेन पॉइंट्सवर तुम्हाला फोकस करायचा आहे, मेन्शन करायचं आहे. सो फाइंड एक्झॅक्टली व्हॉट यू नीड टू समराइज. फिफ्थ, आयडेंटिफाय द मेन आयडिया थ्रू द प्रोसेस ऑफ आस्किंग क्वेश्चन्स. What is given in the message? You have to identify the main idea. While reading, you will get that idea, that main points. So, for that, you have to ask the frequent questions. Through the process of asking questions, you can identify the main idea. Then, write short sentences on your own. The given sentences may be long, so you have to make it short. You have to form short sentences on your own. You can make changes, any changes in the sentence. So by using your grammatical skills, you can make it short. So form short sentences on your own. The next point, connect the sentences using linkers. You have to use linkers, device makers, to connect the sentences. Means the summary that you are going to write, it should be like a flow. It should be like a flow. So the first sentence must be connected to another, or another sentence, the next sentence must be connected to the first one. Remove redundant words and sentences from the key sentences. Omit details and don't give any old interpretation. That is the last one. In do's, while writing the summary of any passage, you need not to give your comment. That means avoid your own interpretations. That are some points given in do's of summary writing. So, what are the don'ts of summary writing? What should not be done while writing the summary of any passage? Here, don'ts of summary writing are given. First and second point that we are going to learn now, that is don'ts of summary writing. Here, in don'ts, first thing that you have not to do, that is include. Don't include anything in summary of your own. Have you understood? The second point is that exclude. Third point is add or adding. Don't add anything. The third point is comment. Don't make any comment on any point. And don't mention examples. Give examples or don't write your own examples. Here are 5 points that you need not to do while writing summary. An example is given there, but before going to see the example, there are some activities given in brainstorming that we will learn first, and after that we will try to understand the example that is given in the textbook. The first activity given in brainstorming is that cut redundant words. Redundant words means the words that are unnecessary. So find out that words. Without using that words, even the sentence or the words can give you the meaning. So you need not to use unnecessary words. Some examples are given. We are going to learn that. We are often inefficient in our language. using more words than necessary. For example, consider the following phrases. Find 5 more redundant words. 5 examples are given and you have to find out 5 more examples of these redundant words. First is given A. Circle around means in a passage you are reading a word. Circle around. While writing summary, you can just say circle. You need not to write circle around. The meaning of circle is also circle around. The second example is write down. So instead of write down, you can just write. You can just write the word, right? You need not to mention write down. You have to mention only write. Added bonus is simply a bonus. You need not to say added bonus. You have to mention only bonus. Get to the point as quickly as possible. If in a sentence there are words like get to the point as early as possible, you can just say, you can just write get to the point. Get to the point has also the same meaning as given in the get to the point as quickly as possible. So the next example is close proximity. Close proximity, you can just write close. During the course of, instead of writing so many words, you can just write during. So here are some examples of the unnecessary word that can be cut, that can be omitted while writing the summary. So you have to find out another 5 words as an example of redundant words. Okay. The next thing that we have to do while writing summary of any passage, that avoid adverbs. While writing summary, you need not to write adverbs. So adverbs clutter up your copy. You can usually live without them. Here are some examples. So that is usually a good thing to do. That is usually a good thing to do. That is a good thing to do. Don't mention usually. That is clearly good coffee. Just say that is a good coffee. I totally agree. Don't say. Just say. Don't write. Just write I agree. Actually, I disagree. Don't say actually. Just say I disagree. So here another activity to write summary is given, that is one word substitution. If the meaning is given, so if you know the vocabulary, just use one word for the explanation given in the line. The only example that I am going to tell you, the life story of man written by himself. This is the explanation. The life story of man written by himself. In one word we can say that autobiography. If I would say I have read the life story of Gandhiji written by Gandhiji himself. So instead of that, I would just write I read an autobiography of Gandhiji. So you did not give the explanation. Some tricks to write down the summary of any passage.